The next thing I have to do is mount this plate, this threaded plate right here, to put on this connector reducer or enlarger, depending on which way you go. This side is smaller than this side. You can see the handles on here look exactly like on here, so it is the period correct, and it matches this other one over here as well. And the hard section hose is up here. I have to drill 3 holes, and then I'll mount this on right here. Okay, now this is mounted solidly. All I need to do is put the connector on.
On the running board behind the front seat and just ahead of the rear wheel well are 6 other pieces of equipment that you can see here. When we got the engine, the pry bar here was on the engine. I believe it is original to the engine. The 2 brackets that were painted red. If you look in the original photos, they were silver, chrome perhaps. Behind that was an axe. Again, the brackets were red. These are 2 chrome ones actually for this particular axe, and position that back where it should be. You can see the 2 covers here are the same as on the other side. I hand painted the red on there. When we got the engine, the H's were painted red. That's H for Howe Industries. Stripped that paint off, painted around them red. Next here, this is a connector reducer enlarger, if you will, depending on which way you're looking at it. The smaller section is on the bottom, the larger one is on top. This is almost exactly what was on the engine originally. If you look at the original photos, it has one just like this in that same spot. Next here is a reducer as well. It'll be like a fire hydrant. You could attach this to a fire hydrant or a large hose and then attach a smaller hose on this end. Again, this is exactly to the period. It would have these same kind of solid arms on here, and then the pin lugs are the same for the period that attaches it to there, and as well as to the hydrant or whatever you're attaching to. Next, this is a ball valve. There was a ball valve here originally, but not exactly like this. This one is slightly different. It's got more of a bulbous, if you will, center section here. The original one would have more looked like a T, would have been like 2 cylinders, one going this way, one going across, or however you want, however it's orientated on here. So I'm looking for the correct ball valve. This one will do for now, but it just takes kind of a placeholder, if you will. This next thing here, this again is a one-of-a-kind item. I have never seen one of these on any other engines anywhere, and I've talked to numerous firefighters and other collectors what would have been there originally, showing them the original photograph. As you can see in the photograph, what was it? Some kind of bucket of some kind. I'm assuming metal, about this size. It has some kind of decorative work on the front, scroll work of some kind. I have not been able to figure out exactly what that is. What they kept in there, I don't know. I tried to paint it in the colors. I believe they would have had it red with black on the bottom and black on the top. In the photo, it looks like there's no top on it, no lid. Something is sticking out. Either it's sticking out or it's just laying on top of the lid. I can't quite tell. I have inside there, I have a fire blanket and a real fire extinguisher that we would need if something ever happened on the engine here. This actually was an old grease bucket, Shell oil, I believe. Stripped it down and repainted it. It approximates what was on there originally. If I ever find a better photograph of the bucket that was on there, I can perhaps replicate it better, but this, in the meantime, this will work just fine for that purpose. On the passenger side running board near the back of the engine are 4 pieces of equipment. The one farthest back is called a plate pipe. It is mounted on the tailboard by a threaded mounting plate, and then it has a section here that kind of looks like a nozzle, and then there is the valve in between here, and then there is a nozzle on the end, and these are all pieces that can come apart. It is pretty close to what was on there originally. If you look at the photographs, this section is pretty close. The only thing is that it has these pinched things on the side here. That's for actually tightening it on there and loosening it. They would have had a different setup for that. It would have been a little pin on there. So that's very close. The valve itself is almost exactly the same as what was originally. The nozzle section is a little short, should be longer, and it should have some more dimensions to it. It has some rings and things on it. So that's pretty close. I'm still looking for one that's exactly the same, but this is very, very close. Next to it is what they call a cellar nozzle or a Bresnan nozzle. And this part will spin. Actually, it'll spin this way. Water goes in there and it spins. And what they would use that for is they would chop a hole into the floor or into a ceiling, and they could put that on the end of a hose and stick it in that hole, and then it would spin around and it would create kind of a foggy mist of water and then help put out the fire without them actually having to go into the cellar or into an attic. If you look on the bottom here of each of these, there's a threaded mount. It's mounted to the tailboard, and it's got threads on it that you can thread on the piece of equipment. They are painted red. I believe originally they were red. And typically they come in silver or gray. I saw one engine in one photograph where somewhere was painted black. I don't believe ours were black. If you look in the original photos, they were a very dark color. So I'm assuming they could have been a dark red. Also, we have some color photos from the 1950s. They were painted red. So I went with the red in that respect. Next to it is a Indian Pac fire pump extinguisher. Originally on our engine, it was a brass one with a wood handle on the handle here, and there should be 2 more nozzles on the end here. I do have those. I'm working on them to get those mounted. I had to make a new strap here. I've got some canvas material here. I used the original metal hardware that attaches here, and on the bottom side of this red base. We had the red base. I painted it red, painted these black, riveted these parts here. It has straps. I put new straps on the back. These aren't exactly what would have been on there originally. It would have been more of a open weave material similar to this, but this is what I found for now. 80-year-old material falls apart very easily, as we did have the original material on here, but it was so brittle it could not work. I polished the brass as well as I could. There would have been a decal on the front here from Indian Fire Pump. DB Smith and Company would have had their decal on the front there. There were remnants of one when I was cleaning this up. I just removed it. Perhaps I'll make a reproduction someday for that. But this is what was on here originally. When we got the engine, this bracket down here was in the center, and it was a galvanized pump, which would have been a later model in the 60s or 1970s. And I replaced it with an original brass one that would have been on there at that time period in the 1930s. Next to the brass Indian pump is this wood box with a canvas cover. This one, nothing like this exists anywhere else. The only one I've ever seen is on our engine, or was on our engine originally. Just from deduction of looking at it, we have it was on there in the 1938 time period. It was also still there in the 1950s. So we have the color photographs. You could see that it was a wood color. By that time, it would be like 15 years later or so. The wood had aged a bit, so it would be a little darker than this, but I chose to make it look like probably what it would have looked like new, a lighter color wood. You can also see that this cover was gray in color in the color photographs. And just thinking back, 1938, what could that cover have been made of? Some kind of cloth material. Obviously they didn't have polyester or plastics, tarps and that sort of thing. I'm thinking probably canvas. And it was form-fitted around the box. You look in the photograph. So I bought gray canvas material, heavy canvas, and had it an embroiderer make this cover for me to fit exactly on the box. Very tight fit on there, and it replicates exactly what looks like in the original photos. What they would have kept in there, I have no idea. Extra tools, equipment, that sort of thing. Kind of awkward in a way. You would have to remove this to get the cover off of there. Currently I have nothing in there. It's just the exterior box that's on show. There's no reason to ever open it because there's nothing on the inside. But that was quite a project. What I did was position the brass Indian pump where I thought it would have been originally, looking at the photos, then looking at the spacing between them, and figuring out the size I would have to make them. And it's about the same height as the Indian pump, just a little bit lower than here, about here. And that's how I was able to get the dimensions, and I figured it would go back just so far to leave a little space in the back behind it. So it was kind of a, not so much guessing project, but it was just kind of deduction of what was there, looking at the photographs and trying to replicate what was there originally.